This guide will help you learn how to use a serger. We will guide you through the process of setting up the threads. Let's get started. Please set aside some time to learn this and feel free to pause the video at any time while you follow along. A serger is sometimes called an overlocking sewing machine. It gives the user an option to cut and finish raw edges of fabric, giving it a professional look. Have you ever noticed that the raw edge of fabric frays or drops threads from the fabric weave? The serger neatly collects and loops these threads back into place so that they are held securely with a stitch. It will also cut the edge so that it is straight, and you will be left with a clean edge with no frayed thread. Your serger may be different, so please look carefully at your threading guide in order to learn how to thread your serger. It is important to note this. The order in which you thread the machine matters. You must follow the instructions as they are indicated in the machine, or you do run the risk of causing damage to your serger. The first threading point is closest to the thread spool, and this is a thread guide. First thread is the blue thread or the upper looper. Follow along with the guide as indicated inside of the machine. The second thread is the lower looper, and make sure that you've threaded the guide at the top by the thread spool. Follow along at the red indicators, and you might have to turn the hand wheel towards you in order to expose the lower looper needle hole. Once you've threaded this needle, pass the thread through to the back of the machine. Look for the third thread, which is indicated by a green icon and a number 3. Thread this thread through the needle on the right-hand side. Now look at the guide and determine what thread is left, and it should be the fourth thread or the yellow indicated thread. Pass this through the thread guide at the top of the machine and follow along, matching each point on the machine that is indicated by the yellow dot. You can also look at the infographic on the machine in case you get lost. Finally, you'll have to pass the thread through the left-hand needle, and if you're having difficulties getting that thread through the needle hole, you can use a needle threading tool, or you can choose to cut the thread so that there are not any microscopic fibers that are getting in the way while you're trying to thread the needle. Now that we have threaded the machine, we will hold the threads behind the machine and press the foot pedal in order to make the thread chain. This chain of thread needs to extend past the back of the machine by at least 1 inch. Once you've created the chain and it looks like this, you're ready to start serging.